sky turned black at 3017 in the afternoon. No storm clouds rolled in, no eclipse was scheduled, just darkness, total and complete. Like a switch had been flipped. Phones died first, then streetlights flickered once and went out, cars stalled on highways, planes dropped from radar, hospitals lost power mid-surgery, the world froze. In that moment everything changed, and no one knew why. We had taken light for granted. Electricity was invisible. We flipped a switch, the room lit up. We charged our phones, they worked. We assumed it would always be that way, but now? Nothing glowed. No screens, no headlights, no traffic signals. Silence replaced the hum of machines. Cities became mazes of shadow. People wandered streets like ghosts. Parents called for children. Children cried for parents. No one could see. No one knew where to go. This wasn't a blackout. It was something worse. A disappearance of all artificial light. Forever? Maybe. But someone had to find out. Someone had to act, and that person was Dr. Elena Marquez. She was an astrophysicist, worked at MIT. Quiet woman, brilliant mind, focused, dressed in simple clothes, hair pulled back, eyes sharp behind thin glasses. She didn't care about fame, only truth. She studied cosmic anomalies, things science couldn't explain, dark energy, quantum fluctuations, unseen forces shaping the universe. Her lab was underground, shielded from interference, filled with sensors, monitors, wires snaking across the floor. She was running a simulation that day, testing a theory about quantum entanglement in dark matter. Then the lights went out. All of them, even the emergency generators failed. She felt her way to the exit. Heart pounding, felt concrete walls, cold air, stairs, up. She emerged into a city she didn't recognize. Sidewalk cracks underfoot, every step careful, afraid to fall, afraid to vanish. When she reached her apartment, she found her neighbor, Mrs. Lynn, 72, blind in one eye, lost the other in the chaos, tripped down the stairs, broke her hip. Elena carried her inside, laid her on the couch. No painkillers, no phone, no help coming. She lit a candle. The flame danced, flickered, cast shadows on the wall. It was the only light, for blocks, maybe farther. That night, Elena made a decision. She would find the cause. Not for glory, not for money, for survival. If this kept up, society would collapse. No food distribution, no water pumps, no medical equipment. Within weeks, starvation, disease, violence. She had to act. She packed supplies, water, food, candle, matches, notebook, pen, her research files on a flash drive. Then she walked to MIT, again feeling every step. Doors were open, security systems dead. She entered the basement lab, found her main computer, battery-powered backup, still running. She plugged in, scanned the data. From the moment the lights vanished, something appeared, a signal, tiny, buried in background noise, not man-made, not natural. It pulsed, every 1.3 seconds, like a heartbeat. But from where? She traced its origin, deep space, far beyond the solar system, near a dead star, a pulsar. But this signal wasn't from the pulsar, it was near it, around it, a shell, an energy field, invisible until now. She named it the Veil. It was expanding, slowly, swallowing light, consuming like a sponge in water. But for all artificial light, why not sunlight? Sunlight still reached Earth, natural light untouched, only human-made illumination vanished, as if the veil targeted us specifically, intentionally. She wrote it down. No natural phenomenon explains this. It's selective, it's intelligent. Then she paused, closed her eyes. Did she believe that? An intelligent force? Erasing our lights? It sounded insane. But the data said otherwise. She needed proof. Needed to test it, so she built a device, simple, a small LED, connected to a battery, shielded, hidden in a metal box. She took it outside, pressed the button, light glowed inside the box. She opened the lid. Instantly, the light died, not dimmed, no flicker, no flicker, no flicker, no flicker, no flicker, like it had never existed. She gasped, backed away, closed the box, reconnected the circuit. Light returned, opened again, dark. She repeated it 5 times, same result. The veil responded to human light only when exposed. It hunted it, eliminated it. She realized we weren't just in darkness, we were being hunted by something vast, beyond comprehension. She returned to the lab, wrote everything down, sent emails to colleagues, NASA, FBI, military, nothing sent, internet dead, satellites offline, no signals getting out. She was alone with the truth, and no way to share it. She thought of Mrs. Lynn, lying in pain, unable to move. She thought of children, lost, afraid. She couldn't stay. She had to warn people, had to find others, scientists, engineers, anyone who might understand. So she left Boston, on foot, headed west, toward Chicago. Rumors said scientists gathered there, at Fermilab, underground labs, protected, working on solutions. She didn't know if it was true, but it was all she had. She walked, for days, through forests, abandoned towns, empty gas stations, cars lined up like tombstones. She slept in schools, libraries. Once, in a church, priest gone. Pews dusty, candles burned low. She met others, survivors, some kind, some desperate. One man tried to steal her flashlight. She didn't have one. He didn't believe her, hit her, left her bleeding. She learned to hide, move quietly, trust no one. But she also found hope. A group in Ohio, farmers, using horses, windmills, solar ovens, no electricity, but alive, fed, safe. They welcomed her, shared food. She told them what she knew. They listened. Some laughed, others nodded. One old man said, "Sounds like God's judgment." She didn't argue, but she didn't believe it. This was science, not punishment. After 2 days, she left, still heading west, more determined. The land changed. Flatter, open fields, corn stalks brown, dead, no harvest, no tractors, no tractors. She crossed rivers, on fallen trees, walked railroad tracks, followed them like a road. One night, she saw fire in the distance, not wild, controlled, tense movement. She approached carefully, found a refugee camp, hundreds of people, tired, hungry, children playing with sticks, women boiling water, men standing guard. A woman recognized her. "Dr. Marquez?" Elena froze. "Lena froze!" Elena froze. "How do you know me? I read your paper." "Which one?" "On quantum shadows." Elena stared. "You're Dr. Patel." Yes, they had never met. Only exchanged emails. Years ago, before the dark, now fate brought them together in silence, under stars brighter than ever, because no city lights polluted the sky. Patel was a physicist too. From Caltech, she had been traveling to a conference when the lights died. Stranded, made her way here, built a radio, from scrap, could receive short bursts, static-filled, but messages came through. Other scientists, calling, organizing, a network, fighting back. "There's a base," Patel said. "In Colorado, under the mountains, Cheyenne Mountain. They have power." "How?" "Geothermal, shielded generators, and they've detected something, a pattern, in the dark." Elena leaned forward. "What pattern?" "The veil. It pulses every 1.3 seconds. Same as your signal." Elena's blood ran cold. They had the same data from different ends of the country. Meant the signal was real, global, not a glitch, not a dream, real, and spreading, slower now, but growing. Patel handed her a notebook. "Diagrams, waveforms. We think it's learning," she said. "Learning? Yes, it adapts. Each time we try to generate light, it responds faster, stronger, like it's evolving." Elena flipped through, saw calculations. "Like it's evolving." Elena flipped through, saw calculations, predictions. The veil would reach full coverage in 6 months. Then, unknown. Would it consume natural light too? Would it affect gravity, magnetism, life itself? No one knew, but the implications, terrifying. They had to get to Colorado, together, with their knowledge, combined minds, find a way to stop it, or at least survive. They prepared, gathered supplies, maps, water filters, tools, maps, water filters, tools, maps, water filters, tools, coverage. 2 other scientists joined. Dr. Chen, engineer, Dr. Ruiz, biologist, a team. 5 minds. Walking into the unknown, they traveled for weeks, through snow, mountains, frozen rivers. Chen invented a portable generator, used kinetic energy. Footsteps powered it. Small light, shielded, never exposed, only used to charge devices. Ruiz studied plants. Animals, said nature was changing. Birds flew at wrong times. Wolves howled during day. Trees bloomed in winter. The veil was altering more than light. It was shifting balance, disrupting ecosystems. Was Earth becoming alien? Were we next? They pressed on, reached Denver, ruins, buildings collapsed, no movement. Then a signal, weak, a repeating beat from a tower. They climbed, found a transmitter, battery dying, message looped. "All what? Come to Cheyenne. Base is active. Bring knowledge." Signed, Colonel Hayes. Military. They followed signs. Old military routes, barbed wire, checkpoints, finally the mountain, entrance hidden. Blast door, they knocked, waited, door rumbled, opened, soldiers, armed, serious, led them inside. Tunnels, lights, real lights, dim, red-tinted. To avoid detection, they explained why. Normal bulbs attracted the veil, triggered response. But red light, longer wavelength, less energy, didn't provoke it. So they used red. Everything bathed in crimson, like walking through blood. They met Colonel Hayes, tall, grizzled, eye patch, lost an eye in an explosion. During evacuation, he respected scientists, but didn't trust theory, only results. "What can you do?" he asked. Elena stepped forward. "We understand the signal, the pulse. The veil is not random, it's structured, like a code." Hayes narrowed his good eye. "A code? Yes. If we can decode it, we might communicate or disrupt it." Hayes hesitated, then nodded. "You get lab space, but no failures. One mistake, and we lose power, then we die." "Understood." They moved in. Set up workspace. Computers. Screens, all red light filtered, data pouring in, satellite fragments, ground sensors, radio echoes. Elena and Patel worked non-stop, mapped the veil's expansion, modeled its behavior. Chen built receivers to capture its signal cleanly without triggering a blackout. They succeeded. Captured pure waveform, displayed it on screen, a repeating spike, every 1.3 seconds. But within it, patterns. Layers, like music, fractal rhythms, nested pulses. "This isn't noise," Patel whispered. "It's language." Elena zoomed in, found sequences, repeating, symmetrical, mathematical, prime numbers, Fibonacci, golden ratio, all embedded. This was intelligence, no doubt. But what did it want? Why erase our light? They sent pulses back, simple, binary, prime numbers, first 10, binary, prime numbers, first 10. Waited. No response. Tried again. Same. Days passed. No reply. Hope faded. Then, signal changed. Pulse shifted. 0.1 second faster. Then back, like an echo. Acknowledgement. They tried more. Sent Fibonacci sequence. Waited. Next pulse. Altered. Repeated their sequence. Back. Perfect. They gasped. It understood. It responded. Communication. Established. Now, what to say? They debated. Established. Now, what to say? They debated. Send peace? Ask questions, warn, decided on truth. We are human. We live on Earth. We create light to see. Why do you remove it? Sent, waited, hours. Then, pulse changed, longer, complex. They decoded, letter by letter, number by number. Translation, we see. You burn, you scream in light. It hurts. You blind the dark. We protect. Elena read it, felt tears, not anger. Read it, felt tears, not anger. Read it, felt tears, not anger, not fear. Pain. The veil wasn't attacking. It was defending. We were the invaders. Our artificial light, pollution. To beings of darkness, like staring into a supernova, constant, relentless. We had flooded space with light. For decades, cities glowing, satellites blinking, lasers firing, radio waves screaming. We were loud, bright, obnoxious, and the veil, guardian, protector of the quiet, of the quiet, of the dark, of balance. We had disrupted it. So it responded, removed the offense, not out of hate, out of necessity, like removing a tumor, to save the body, Earth, the universe. We were the disease, and the veil, the immune system, silent, efficient, merciless. Elena sat back, stunned. The truth was worse than war. It was shame. We had caused this, by existing too loudly, by taking light for granted. Not evil, just careless, ignorant. Now we suffered the consequence. Colonel Hayes heard the translation, face grim. "So we're the problem?" Elena nodded. "We created the condition." "We triggered the response." He stood, walked to a window, looked out, at the mountain, at the sky, stars glittering. "So what now?" She turned to the team. "We adapt, we reduce, we learn to live without excess. No more bright cities, no more wasted energy. We return to balance. And maybe the veil will leave." Hayes exhaled, long, slow. "Can we negotiate?" Elena shook her head. "It's not a person, it's a system, programmed to protect. We must prove we're no longer a threat. How? Change, show restraint, use only what we need, and slowly, it may take years. But it's possible. they began. Immediate actions. Turn off all non-essential lights. Switch to minimal red. Develop low-emission tech. Candles, oil lamps, bike-powered devices. Teach communities. Files, oil lamps, bike-powered devices. Teach communities. Spread the word. Not through internet, through runners, messengers, caravans. Knowledge became currency. Understanding saved lives. Months passed. The veil's pulse slowed. Expansion stopped, halted, at 87% coverage, not gone, but frozen, watching, waiting, testing. Humanity changed. Cities became quiet, night skies clear, stars visible. People looked up, for the first time in generations, saw the Milky Way, felt small, humble, connected. Farms thrived, local food, no supply chains, communities bonded, shared resources, science focused on harmony, not conquest. Elena wrote a book, The Light We Lost, published on paper, passed hand to hand, became a guide, a warning, a prayer. Years later, she stood on a hill, outside the mountain base, sunset, orange, pink, purple, no smog, frost, no glare, nature in balance. A child ran to her, handful of flowers, smiling. "Dr. Marquez, yes? Will the lights come back?" She knelt, looked into the girl's eyes. "Someday, but not like before. We'll use them wisely, only when needed." The girl nodded, then pointed up. A shooting star streaked across the sky. Both watched, in silence. Beauty without cost, peace without waste. Elena smiled. "We thought we lost everything when the lights went out, but we gained something deeper. Humility, respect, connection. Sometimes loss teaches more than gain. The darkness didn't destroy us. It refined us, showed us who we were and who we could be, if we choose to listen, to adapt, to live with the universe, not against it." If this story moved you, please like and subscribe. Your support helps keep stories like this alive.